What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Wednesday, March 7th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Gonna have an MLB pickoff play on the board on Wednesday. Gonna have a 5-pack from MLB, as well as an NBA play of the day as well. Still trying to find my footing with the NHL premiums. Be selective. You know, a lot of the times the plays that you guys will see here on the wraparound are the plays that I would roll with on the premium side, anyways. So just sort of picking and choosing my spots, but still lots of action, lots of money to be made. So again, make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. I do feel a hot streak coming with the premium side, but we're also on the hunt for 250,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed already, please make sure you do so. We do appreciate everyone that's helped us get to where we are today. But yeah, we're still on the hunt for that milestone. But we're here to talk about the two NHL games on Wednesday. Me being a Leafs fan, you can kind of see it in the corner over my shoulder. I may go a little bit longer on some of these Leafs games because it's the ones in my backyard. It's the ones that the series that I watch a little bit more than anything else. So may have a few extra thoughts on it, but we're still going to talk about it. We're still going to try to make some money. Didn't have the best day yesterday. Let's bounce back today. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from Scotiabank Arena, where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Florida Panthers, and the Leafs held on for the win in Game 1. And obviously, there's a lot of storylines coming out after that one. There's the Sam Bennett hit on Anthony Stolarz. Would he get suspended or wouldn't he? And of course, like I predicted on the morning show, of course Sam Bennett doesn't get suspended. Why? Because it's the Florida Panthers. And if Toronto did it, well, then obviously Max Domi's facing a 2 or 3 game suspension. But that's neither here nor there, because you know what, it's just going to happen. Panthers are going to Panther. They were the most penalized team in the NHL this season, and I think that the Maple Leafs have to realize that. And thankfully, this isn't something that they would have encountered well under Sheldon Keefe like they had been the last few years. And this is why I think the Maple Leafs having Craig Berube is going to be a difference maker in this series. Berube was a goon in his time in the NHL, over 5,000 penalty minutes. And he's going to tell his guys, hey, they're going to try to drag you down into the mud, into the gutters, and try to make this really dirty. With how much scrutiny and how much, the referees from Game 1 were put on blast after everything that happened, we've already seen, pardon my French, we've already seen some shitty calls in Game 1. That Max Domi cross-check that wasn't a cross-check right after Brad Marchand took out one of the Leafs. We've already seen questionable calls and non-calls in Game 1. I think with all the media attention and all the questioning of that referee group, they're going to be tight. They're going to be tight as a vice in Game 2. So any retaliation, any after the whistle stuff is going to get called. And the Maple Leafs, to have the best chance of winning in this series, have to be able to take advantage of their special teams, of their power play. And they didn't do that in Game 1. Florida's penalty kill was outstanding, but you got to be able to take advantage of that. And I think that Berube is going to say, hey, none of that extra stuff. And I think the Maple Leafs are going to be disciplined enough to focus on that here and just try to hurt the Panthers on the scoreboard. Joseph Woll went in cold last game, didn't have the chance to do the warm-up. I think he's a guy that still started 40 games for this team. So I think that with a clean warm-up, and whether he starts, whether Anthony Stolarz comes back, doesn't matter. I think the Maple Leafs go up 2-0 in this series. I know it's crazy for me to say. The Panthers are still your defending Stanley Cup champions. Sergei Bobrovsky stood on his head in Game 1 and that's despite, a bit of a rough start to how that game, kicked off. I mean, the Leafs had a goal 33 seconds into the game, and from basically late in the third on, Bobrovsky was really, really good, and the Panthers just put the pressure on the Leafs once Wall got in. But I think the Maple Leafs, now that, they can have a couple days to focus, clear their heads, and basically come at it fresh in this one, I think the Maple Leafs take the 2-0 series lead to Florida, which is crazy, but I think it's Maple Leafs here. So give me the Maple Leafs on the money line in this one. The other game on Wednesday's card takes us to the Canada Life Center, where the Winnipeg Jets take on the Dallas Stars, two teams that had thrilling finishes to their series, even though probably wasn't thrilling for the both of them because they were the ones that had to rally. The Dallas Stars had to rally from that 2-0 deficit to take out the Colorado Avalanche 4-2. Mikko Rantanen was a man possessed in that third period against Colorado, against his former team. On the other side, Winnipeg pulling out the Game 7 victory over St. Louis out of the fire, and that forcing overtime, winning it in double OT, scoring those 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of that game, including a goal with 1.6 seconds to go. Connor Hellebuck has been outstanding this season. He was just electric. And yeah, he had some issues in Game 7. And you say, well, he's still at home here, and the building should be raucous for Winnipeg, and all that is true. But the thing is that I just feel like the Dallas Stars are favored here for a reason, because they're starting to get healthier. They're starting to get guys back. I feel like Jake Ottinger outperformed Connor Hellebuck for a lot of that first round series when you compare the two side by side. And I feel that Ottinger did so against the tougher opposition as well. And I think this is a Dallas Stars team that can go into Winnipeg and get the job done. Don't get me wrong, I think the Winnipeg Jets are still a team that's going to make this an extended series. They do have the Stars winning this series in 6 games, but like I said, I think that the Stars earned their spot a lot more than the Jets did. And I'm not saying that the Jets didn't. I'm just saying that I think the Jets were a little bit more lucky. And at this point in the year, I understand you have to have the bounces go your way. You have to have some puck luck, and sometimes you have to create your own luck. But I just think that at a certain point, you got to go with what you feel is the better team. And for me, I do feel that side by side, the better team are the Dallas Stars. So I'm going to roll with the Dallas Stars on the money line to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Wednesday, March 7th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to Pickdawgz Premium and use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys.